the main event, people. It is now time to go over the main event, and jeez, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, right? Obviously, I went the other way, right? I went the other way. A load of people were saying Ilya to win. A load of them. And I saw the possibility of that, right? Obviously, there was no way you could discount it. But I thought Charles, man, so much knowledge in the game, right? It's not his first rodeo, former champ. I thought that experience would come to bear, But this was bonkers. So it was just like, look, Islam Makhachev vacated the belt. So as soon as that belt rang, the belt was on the line, right? The belt was vacated. So Charles Oliveira, former champion, against Ilia Topuria, the former featherweight champion who, relinquished his belt to move up a weight class. And, yeah, like the game plan, the fight that I thought this was going to be, it was not. It was not, right? And I think the biggest thing was Charles did not respect the power. That was it, really. Because he just went into the fire. And look, we've seen Charles fight like this before, for sure. But it's just like, he doesn't care if he gets knocked down because, he's so good on the ground, right? And we've seen him get cracked and recover. Happened against Poirier, happened against Gaethje, happened against Chandler. But he came back and won those fights, right? That's what he does. Now, there's levels to power, right? There's levels to power. And we've seen Topuria turn people's lights off. Now, that was at featherweight, right? So can that power translate to the upper weight class? Looks like it can. Looks like it can. Now, Charles weren't doing too bad. You know what I mean? He was landing. He was coming. Man, wasn't even coming forward. Charles attacked. Charles attacked. It was all pocket, right? That's what this was. All pocket. I mean, instead of snooker, we were billiards. I feel that's a good reference. I might be wrong. But anyway, they were just throwing down. And, Charles was probably landing the most punches. But Topuria did land, right? He did land. And I think the big thing was they weren't clean, right? But because he landed, and I think Charles is like, well, that's fine. He then, the respect for the power went down even more so, right? But the hand speed was there. You could see the hand speed was there, So what Charles should, work behind the jab, use the front kick, all of those things would have really served him well. But no. Right? It was just, Charles was like, you think you're a matador? I'm coming at you, right? Charles wanted to be raging bull. What it ended up being was night Charles, right? Because Topuria hit him with the left hand, and it was as Charles was racing in as well, which I think just increases the velocity of that shot. Right, so as Charles is racing in, Topuria lands the left. And then, right, he's toast off that one shot. But as he's going down, Topuria then lands a right that is just as pinpoint as the left, and Charles is Sabacos. You know what I mean? He's out cold. Jeez. And the weather's been hot, so we want ice, but you don't want to be put on ice. You know what I'm saying? And Charles Oliveira, he was just eyes rolled up, toes curled. You know what I mean? Like, someone needs to ask him how many elephants homie counted. Oh, it's not elephants, is it? No. It's sheep, right? It's sheep. Yeah, we don't count elephants. No. I don't even know where that came from. But it's sheep. But yeah, someone needs to ask Charles how many sheep he counted, because, yo, my man was out. My man was out. And, I mean, it was something, right? Regardless of who you predicted to win, just watching that display, it was something else, man. It was something else. The Paddy situation afterwards. I mean, look, it's all about selling that next fight. I kind of feel Gaethje might get it, right? Just because Gaethje has been like, look, if I don't, I'm probably retiring. So I think they'll probably want to give, because Gaethje's done a lot, right? Gaethje's done a lot, I feel. He's entertained. He's always been there. So I feel I would probably say they give it to Gaethje and have Arman and Paddy fight for the number one contender. That's what I feel you do. And then the winner of Arman Paddy fight the winner of Gaethje Topuria. That's how I think you handle this situation, right? And it's all on the same card. So if anything falls out, you've got an instant replacement. That's what I think should happen. And I don't mind a stare off, right? A stare off, face off, a stare down, whatever. I don't mind it. The problem with this one was, I mean, it just kind of felt bad schoolyard, right? Because there was nothing clever said, right? There were no like, ooh, that was cutting. It was just like, hey, you're a little bitch. You're short. Oh, don't get knocked out. Topuria was just like, you're a bitch. I'm going to punch your blonde head off. And it was just that. It was just like, this is a little embarrassing. This is a little embarrassing, guys. Come on now. Right? And you knew someone was going to push, right? Because that's just what motherfuckers do nowadays, right? It's just like, gotta get shoving. That's going to get some clicks. So, yeah, it was a little messy. As I said, I think Gaethje is the fight, right? Have Arman Paddy as the, number one contender fight. I mean, there are other people. Like, you could have Arman Gamrot. Because, Paddy obviously has a huge fan base. And, hey, don't get me wrong, right? Because I doubted Paddy for a minute, right? But what he did to Chandler was impressive as fuck. So, he's definitely getting to the point. I don't know, though, if his body of work warrants a title shot now. Another big win? Yes. Not yet. And as I said, there's Gamrot. There are other people that, it's a good division, right? The lightweights is a good division. So what do you do? I don't know. But I think what I laid out, that's a good way to go. We'll see what happens. But end of the day, I knew Ilia Topuria, hats off to this ferocious motherfucker, because what he's saying is just coming true. So giving yourself the nickname The Legend, I think it's kind of presumptuous, but he's backing it up, right? He's backing it up, people. You know what I mean? Topuria is doing the thing. And hats off to him, because he is fucking sensational. This could be the new era, because I don't know who's going to withstand that power. Right now, there's people that can crack. Gaethje can crack. Gaethje can chop those legs, you know what I mean? But he's been knocked out. Right? I don't know who withstands that power. I don't know. But I am here for it. Looking forward to everything that is going to come. Ilia Topuria, the new lightweight champion of the goddamn world.